moving pieces being shared into this investigation. Gwinnett County Police have named the 24-year-old son of reality stars Kirk and Rasheeda Frost, Kai Frost, as a suspect in the rapper's death. We also know the home where Friday's deadly shooting happened lists their daughter, Kelsey Frost, as a resident. And according to social media posts, she and the rapper seem to have been in a relationship. If you watch the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta reality series, then you are very familiar with the Frost family.
Hello everyone, welcome to this edition of Viral. I'm your host as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you can join here on Viral. We talk about Love and Hip Hop stars Kirk Rasheeda's son may be a suspect in an alleged shooting to an Atlanta rapper. We'll get to it in a minute, but first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Viral here on Connect. And don't forget, as we talk about here on Viral, man oh man, what a viral we have for you. We talk about Love and Hip Hop stars Kirk and Rasheeda. Yes, you might know them from Love and Hip Hop, the power couple from Atlanta who's been in the music scene and the love hip hop industry for about almost going on 15 years. Well, their son is in the center of this controversy after he was trying to defend his sister's honor, and now he's getting caught up in something that many people would never respect, many families would never respect. Kirk and Rasheeda's son, Ty, was trying to defend his sister Kelsey's honor at their allegedly shooting Atlanta rapper T Hood. And man, oh man, the controversy get from there. Let's hear from our insider, Bob Evans, on what's going on with the Kirk and Rasheeda and their son involved in a apparent unalive.
This is Bob Evans, your insider for Viral. Atlanta's streets are buzzing after news broke that rapper T Hood was shot and killed, and the shooter has been identified as Kai Frost, the son of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta stars Kirk and Rasheeda. According to reports, an altercation between the two turned deadly, leaving the rising rapper fatally wounded. Sources say police are now piecing together what led to the violence, while fans and followers are flooding social media with shock and disbelief. For Kirk and Rasheeda, this isn't reality TV, this is real life, and their son is now at the center of a homicide investigation. The Frost family has not released an official statement yet, but this story is developing fast. Stay locked in. I'm Bob Evans, and you're watching Viral.
You saw right there, Bob Evans breaking it down here. And Bob, thank you for that inside tip. We're still trying to process this and see what's going on, because now we're hearing that T Hood, beginning, he was got shot in the back, alleged, and that don't look good. That Kelsey got involved in that, and she could have just was in a domestic dispute with T Hood. It's just kind of making everything seem a little bit unease, and the circumstances are still grave at this time in this moment. Well, now we're hearing new reports that T Hood may have had a domestic dispute with Kelsey, and that's what Kelsey had to provoked or just had to strike up a conversation that many people would not have expect. All right. This is unreleased recording of Kelsey, what she had to say and her thoughts about the whole situation with her brother shooting her boyfriend. Take a look.
I don't know. They maybe have the wrong information. They tried to find him. They sent the little SWAT team with the little shit with the big iron. They came and he was taken into handcuffs. I told you that was wrong. I don't condone that shit. I don't give a fuck whether or not. Like, I hear what y'all are saying, but y'all, like, you can't, like, I don't condone that shit. It's more to the story, so I don't know.
Well, I don't understand how they would let him out if you told them that your brother shot Tevin. They wouldn't. They supposed to have him. Okay, so I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna find out.
So, yeah, please do it. Like, I'm asking the same questions. more to the story, so I don't know.
Well, I don't understand how they would let him out if you told them that your brother shot Tevin. They wouldn't. They supposed to have him. Okay, so I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna find out.
So yeah, please do it. Like, I'm asking the same questions.
Well, Kelsey, making her plea and stuff like that. Let's hear from what you people had to say. You people had a lot to say about this situation. I mean, from good to bad. This is a murky situation. This is a messy situation that neither family did not believe was going to get to this level, this point. Let's hear what you people had to say right here, right now.
County Police Department is investigating a deadly shooting. It happened around 7 p.m. last night on Lee Road near Snellville. Police say they received a call about a domestic dispute in the area and a person shot. When they arrived, they found a man shot and took him to the hospital where he died. The motive of the shooting is being investigated, but police say there is no threat to the...
Police are still searching for a motive behind the shooting death of Atlanta rapper T. Hood. The son of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta stars Rasheeda and Kirk Frost now named a suspect. 11 Alive Stephanie Chaynock joining us from the newsroom. Steph, the investigation is still ongoing, but now police are saying it could have been self-defense.
Yeah, Aisha, that's the very latest. Gwinnett County Police are still investigating, but say self-defense could be behind the shooting death of 33-year-old rapper Tevin Hood, also known as T. Hood. And there are a lot of moving pieces being shared into this investigation. Gwinnett County Police have named the 24-year-old son of reality stars Kirk and Rasheeda Frost, Kai Frost, as a suspect in the rapper's death. We also know the home where Friday's deadly shooting happened lists their daughter, Kelsey Frost, as a resident. And according to social media posts, she and the rapper seem to have been in a relationship. If you watch the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta reality series, then you are very familiar with the Frost family. It was on October 9th, police found Hood shot inside a home in Snellville around 7 p.m. Police say Kai Frost and other witnesses remained on the scene after the shooting. In an update released yesterday, police now say the shooting is being investigated as a possible self-defense case. According to the latest report, Gwinnett County Police say a domestic disturbance occurred at the residence, resulting in a female victim sustaining physical injuries, and that the shooter arrived to the residence after a physical altercation had taken place and then separated himself from the residence before the shooting occurred. After the rapper's death, Kelsey Frost, his alleged girlfriend, posted photos of the two together on her Instagram page. The caption, Aisha, reading, "I love you." Aisha, we did reach out to both Kelsey Frost and her father, Kirk Frost, for a comment this morning. We have not yet heard back. Also to mention, Aisha, this morning, her brother, Kai Frost, the suspect in this shooting, his Instagram page seems to have been deactivated.
All right, very early on, Steph will continue to follow this developing story. Thank you.
Also, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if y'all seen the whole story about now Rasheeda's son is now about to be considered possibly a self-defense case. They're gonna consider the case a self-defense case. Some people are saying it's favoritism. Some people are saying that he was defending his sister for the alleged abuse that took place. I don't know the history of the couple, but what I do know is it's going to automatically come off as favoritism simply because he is the son of celebrities and it's Atlanta. So some people are saying some people feel like Rasheeda and Kirk really got some type of pull to where they can get their son off with self-defense. But if he was shot in his back, how is that considered self-defense? Can somebody help me with that?
Y'all, Rasheeda and Kirk and his 3 earrings are allegedly accomplices in a murder trial. Let's talk about it. Last night, Tevin Hood, better known as rapper T. Hood, was unalived in his home in Snellville, Georgia. He was seriously dating Kirk's daughter and Rasheeda's stepdaughter, Kelsey, and allegedly they had gotten into an altercation and he put hands on her, so she called up her brothers. Her brothers being Kirk Jr., which is Rasheeda's stepson, and Kai, which is Rasheeda's oldest biological son, the light-skinned one. So the brothers pull up, and word on the street is that T. Hood whooped them, so they left and came back with straps and they pumed him. And word on the street is that Kai is the one that let off the shots. And allegedly after they did this, they called up Rasheeda and Kirk, their mom and pops, and had them come pick them up from the crime scene, and now they're in hiding. Allegedly Rasheeda and Kirk is the ones hiding them, and if you go to their social medias, their comments are off right now. Now I'm seeing people saying that Rasheeda's sons are not in the wrong for doing that to T. Hood because allegedly, according to a lot of Atlanta natives, he was abusive to Kelsey and she was was trying to end it last night and he got mad and that's why she had to call her brothers. So I see people saying that if Kai and Kirk Jr. really did do this, that they're not in the wrong because they were just trying to protect their sister. But it seems like Atlanta is really grieving T Hood, and apparently the streets is looking for them, like they want their head. And that the streets is mad at Kelsey too for even calling her brothers, and that it was giving setup and that she had them come over there just for them to do that to T Hood. And if Rasheeda and Kirk really did pick up those boys after they allegedly unalived someone, regardless if it was justified or not, they're more idiots than I thought they ever was. If they really did this, they could legit be going to prison. Like, being an accomplice to a shmurda is no joke. We about to see them on First 48. Just when Rasheeda was about to go on tour, look at what happens. R.I.P. T Hood, man.
That girl was not ready to leave her man, and it's very sad that someone had to lose their life. But in my opinion, this girl knew that her brothers had absolutely no self-control, yet she called him anyway, knowing that she wasn't ready to leave her man. Allegedly, from what I have been seeing and reading, this young lady talking about how she was planning on going back with her man regardless. If you knew that, why call your brothers to come to the scene knowing that they don't have any self-control? Because if they did, if it was just a regular person with self-control, according to what I was reading, they left and came back. They left and came right back. And to finish the job, allegedly. Now, we don't know what happened. I'm not in Atlanta. I don't know these people. But in my opinion, your brothers are there to protect you, but don't abuse the fact that you have brothers who can stand up for you, especially if you're not ready to leave your man. I don't think you should be even telling your family or your friends about things that's happening in a relationship. Now, in her case, yes, it was DV situation involved, but this is not the first time this happened. And based on what I have been reading, like I said before, this girl, it seemed as though she wasn't ready to leave her man. So why call your brothers? Now everyone in the family is involved in this whole thing. Because allegedly the mom, Rasheeda and Kirk, are hiding their sons. We don't know this to be true. This is all alleged. But in my opinion, now the mom's involved, the dad's involved, the brothers are involved, the sisters is involved. This is it's just a whole tragedy all around. I hope they come out of this, but I just don't see them coming out of this without being, hurt, or not necessarily hurt, but getting time in jail, because someone had lost their life, and now people in Atlanta allegedly, or from what I've been hearing, people in Atlanta are wanting their heads basically. And I'm just like, okay, well, this man also had a family, although I didn't know who he was until this whole thing. The whole It's Time for the Percolator, apparently that's the song, that's the music he's from, with JT. I had no idea. I've heard the song once or twice, but I didn't know nothing about it. But he seems as though he is a very popular man in Atlanta. And, now the family, people are going to come out, especially with the time of social media. People will put their feelings out there and let you know how it make them feel. And with that, it's going to push for more investigation to see what actually happened in this whole situation. And in my opinion, as a mom, well, I'm not a mom, so I don't know what I would have done in the situation, but it's all the way wrong all around, because one person lost their life. Now a whole family will be destroyed because of all of this. This is so bad all the way around. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video. Talk to you later. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, All Things Jenny, on YouTube. Bye.
The rest of you got on here to remind Kirk and Rasheeda that they can't fuck with K. Michelle, but now I think I should shut the hell up, because I just heard that their daughter got people out here catching butt. This is the artist T Hood. Rest in peace. He just got unalived last night. And everyone is alleging that K. Frost has something to do with it, the daughter of Kirk. The two were previously dating. They also were putting on music together. Bella sent this post, and it says that allegedly K. Frost was messing with the guy, and she had her brothers come unalive him. It started off with an altercation between her and him, and then she ended up calling her brothers. Her brothers showed up, and they got into it with the gentleman, and then next thing you know, he was unalive. Allegedly. Everyone involved allegedly has turned off all their comments or deactivated their pages or made it private. So if that doesn't mean you're guilty, I don't know what else does. But rest in peace to T Hood. What do y'all think about this situation? Please hit me up in the comments and make sure you add me.
Who's in Tonka Boy News this morning? We talking about Kirk and Rasheeda and them kids, man. See what I be talking about before I get started, man? Let me tell y'all something. When the parents is unfit, it eventually make the kids unfit. Kirk and Rasheeda out here BSing on TV and all that, and ain't paying attention to certain things going on with their kids. See, now I'm believing. This is what I believe happened, y'all. Y'all want to hear? Y'all said y'all want to hear my thoughts. Kirk, them daughter, was messing with T Hood, the rapper that got unalive. he was beating that ass. That's what he was doing. He was beating that ass. And the typical sister, what they do, I'm gonna call my brothers. So you call your brother over here. Kirk kids already look slow. That little boy looks soft as tissue paper. But I'm just saying, they probably had a pistol trying to be hard. And what they did was bam the dude. You feel me? But this is another reason. I know y'all don't want to hear this. But fellas, if you know you got a sister that be messing with dudes and fighting dudes and all that, man, didn't want to call you, don't go over there. Don't go over there. Because she gonna get you a life sentence. She gonna get the boyfriend knocked off. And then she gonna be sitting there looking stupid. Mad at you because you took her love. Her love of her life. Bullshit. I know. You know what I'm saying? But that's exactly what's gonna happen. Because, matter of fact, let's play it. This is Kirk Frost and them daughter on this recording talking about her brother. Let's go.
I don't know. They maybe have the wrong information. They tried to find him. They sent the little SWAT team with the little shit with the big iron. They came and he was taken into handcuffs. I told you that on the phone. I don't condone that shit. I'm the brother or not. Like, I hear what y'all are saying, but y'all, like, you can't, like, I don't condone that shit. It's more to the story, so I don't.
Well, I don't understand how they would let him out if you told.
Bam. That is, man, this dude, this regular ass cop, man, ticking and shit. My bad if y'all can hear that cop, man. Anyway, but this is what happens. She done really told dude mama and them that it was the brother. So there's no way he gonna finna beat that. They finna use that against him in court. He going down. So where he came to probably defend you, now you done helped him go down and do life. Because you done lost the love of your life that were probably beating your ass. But I blame Kirk and Rasheeda. Because now I'm feeling that Kirk probably used to put his hands on Rasheeda. And I'm going to tell you why. Because most of the time the kids is going to follow suit. If his daughter allowing a man to beat on her, 9 to my 10, he watched her beat on Rasheeda. You see what I'm saying? Either you gonna grow up and go against the situation, or you gonna grow up and fall in line with the situation. And that's what she was doing. Because any woman that let a man beat on and don't get rid of his ass is following suit of what she done seen before. Because that's dumb as hell. Ain't that much love in the world. What's love got to do with it? Get rid of that nigga. You feel me? So what I'm saying, I blame Kirk and Rasheeda. Rasheeda out here still trying to rap and ain't got no hits. Kirk out here still having babies. Now they done lost a son. Kirk finna have another baby on that girl. He finna have another. This bullshit right here, he finna take it and make another baby. Just because that's what Kirk do, called Kirk stupid. That's what Kirk do, called Kirk stupid. Kirk look like a turkey by the neck. Yeah, but anyway, it's a sad situation. Because now 2 sides of the family that got messed up for nothing. That woman that lost a son, Kirk them that lost a son to the system. And for what? Because the daughter said he beat me or he hit me. Well, leave him. You putting other people's lives at risk, man, because your ass dumb. Sad situation, man. What y'all think about this situation, man, dude? I don't know. Drop your comments, man. I'm gone. It's too much for me. Big Tonka boy. I'm out.
Okay, so I see that this popular guy in Atlanta, I guess he's a rapper, T Hood, was shot and killed the other night. Allegedly by Kirk and Rasheeda's son or sons. He was dating their daughter. I don't know. But of course, like, he was very popular, so there are a lot of people in the city who are like the city fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fucked up about nothing because I didn't know, bruh. However, when I'm reading into the story, just to kind of get insight of like what may have transpired, especially when I saw that, you know, it was something like to do with like Rasheeda's daughter and her sons or something, you know, I started to kind of look more into it. And what I discovered was that this guy, T Hood, was a woman beater. Like, he put his hands on females. And the girl, Kelsey, was not the first, probably wouldn't have been the last woman that he put his hands on. So I just say all that to say, it's easy to say, damn, they didn't deserve this or that, or damn, we fucked up about his death. Like, he was a good person, he was funny, this, and that, and he didn't deserve to die, or we want justice. But at the same time, like, was any of y'all ever gonna tell him to stop putting his hands on females? Like, was he really a good person just because he can make a joke or two or put together a few words that rhyme over a beat? Was he really a good person? Is it really like a loss? Like, I'm not saying he deserved to die. I'm not saying that at all, because I ain't no bruh. But I'm just saying, like, it's so easy to have selective outrage when it comes to someone that you feel like you care about, or someone that's popular, but negating the type of person that they really were. Like, sure, he could get on the internet or whatever, tell his little jokey jokes, make y'all laugh, but what type of nigga was he really? I don't know, bruh, so I can't really say it, but that's always interesting to me, how people are always sad about anyone that loses their life, but everyone isn't a good person. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I say, it does not absolve whoever is responsible for his death for their actions. However, y'all can't be sitting up here trying to make it seem like he was the best person in the world and he didn't deserve nothing bad to come to him.
You people had a lot to say. It's kind of at the end of the day, we don't know what's going on. It's this investigation is still ongoing at this point. Hopefully, we'll get some answers and get something coming up. If we do, we will have updates on this on Viral. So, for me being Kendra Dix saying so long, thank you for watching this edition of Viral.